Home Depot employees, along with the director of the Veterans Shelter, Neil Garnigan, and coordinators Bob O'Hare and Bob Sable, spent their Wednesdays volunteering at 105 Sunset Street Southwest in Waverly working on some landscaping for the new Veterans Shelter. Bob O'Hare spoke about why there was a need for relocating the shelter.
That location, when we originally got it, they gave it to us for 3 years. Our time was up, that we knew that coming into it. I mean, and we hit that deadline, and I've been looking for places and found this one. Come over here. I wouldn't call it in charge, but no, we volunteer and do different things, whatever needs to be done.
And you got a grant from Home Depot. Have you gotten money from anyone else?
There was other grants
yeah,
that was given.
A lot of $5 and $10 donations from here and there, and some that are considerably larger. K&L Draperies gave us all the drapes, and they installed all of them, which is very nice. Otherwise, Neil and any veterans probably would have been arrested after their shower, you know.
But no, there was, like I say, little donations from all over, volunteers helping out.
Do you know about how many volunteers you have working?
I don't. No, I don't.
A lot.
Yeah. Yeah. We've had a lot of help from all over.
Some people can't work for a long time, but there's others that work for, 8-10 hours and they're done because they have other things to do.
Well, the Marine Corps League, too, out of the WAVP up here, come up, several of them, and helped out. Yep.
Bob O'Hare also spoke about all Home Depot has done to help.
Ladies.
Yeah. We started out with Home Depot ladies come up. Bob gave them a tour of the shelter house. We had talked to them before on different things that that they could do here, and they've taken over. We've been virtually just staying out of the way.
We haven't done a lot of work.
Home Depot's done a lot today.
Yep.
They've done a tremendous amount.
They get out of their car and went right to work. I mean.
After talking to the coordinators, I spent some time talking to those in charge of the Home Depot volunteers.
What have you guys been doing to help out, and what have you been cleaning up to get the house ready?
We're just doing some basic yard work and landscaping, just refreshing, giving it a little bit of a fresh look.
Have you guys done anything to the inside yet?
They have remodeled the upstairs, I believe, for residency. Neil could tell you more about that. He worked with Team Depot and got a grant. Now they're starting renovations for lower residency to see if they can get that ready with some remodeling. But I know they've got the upstairs done, got the bathroom set to be compliant, and everything. But Neil's
it's a work in progress.
Yeah,
yep.
But they are getting ready to move their efforts to the basement.
Bowling and Dine spoke about how they found out about the Veterans Shelter project.
They came in and reached out to you, correct? Well, Keita and I are kind of co-captains of the Team Depot projects at the store. They came in, we're looking for a grant. We told them where to go, what they needed. They got that process done, it was approved, and then we just partnered with them to come out and help on the outside, which we're through their
the Phoenix Family.
Yes, LZ Phoenix.
Yes, it's through the Phoenix on site today that have helped with the project today, that have either taken the day off or taken time off of a work day to come out on this particular day, including our assistant in the back running the mower. So, and one thing I want to say is all the departments had to work. Some of our departments had to work a little extra or cover us being gone, so we're grateful to the ones that aren't on site, because for those of us that were scheduled, they're covering our shift without us, because we do volunteer every bit of our time. We're not paid for this. It's something we're willing to take time off unpaid to do.
Garnigan spoke about all that will be done to the home.
So what we've done already is we've added a handicap accessible bathroom. We have the local Lions Club that's going to donate a wheelchair ramp that will go into the back door, and all that is accessible for wheelchairs. So the first floor bedroom we've got set up for wheelchair accessibility. We want to redo our kitchen. We're going to do some carpeting, but this will be long-term projects. And eventually we want to make a second, I'll call it an apartment in the basement, so that we can house more than one family, more long-term. So that's kind of where we're at. And we're doing it based on what we receive in donations and grants and all that other good stuff. So Home Depot has helped us out a tremendous amount. I can't imagine the work that they've done, both with we call them the B team, Bob OHare and Bob. The home that we originally had was donated by Waverly Homes for our use. And actually they're about ready to tear it down so they can put up more senior and disabled housing in. So we had enough in donations that we were able to put a pretty sizable down payment on this home. And long term, we're going to have houses like this throughout the city. We've got a great success rate. More than 90%. You know, it was just a few weeks ago we were at 100%. Everybody that had gone through the shelter is still permanently housed, and that's kind of unheard of throughout the state of Iowa and national. It is free. I don't know. Veterans come in; they don't pay a dime. I know a lot of other shelters in the area. I should say veteran-type shelters. They charge rent. We don't. I mean, they're here for 90 days. If they're homeless, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to us to charge them rent when they don't have jobs. You know, they can't get jobs, whether it be because of disability or you know, criminal activity or whatever else. So we work with those individuals and we get them employed. We get them benefits, and you know, long term after they leave our shelter. In addition to a lot of other organizations helping out, you know, they're able to maintain and sustain that housing.
Awesome. Neil Garnigan also spoke about how many people can be housed inside.
Right now, because what we do, we don't double up. So if we have more than one veteran, we're not going to put them in the same room. You know, with a lot of the larger cities, they go with multiple individuals in a single room. And we don't want to do that here. Obviously, them being veterans, we want them to have their privacy. We want them to really kind of heal. So they can do that in their own room. The rooms that we've got set up here, we can take 3 individuals or 3 family units at a time. And we house those family units in one room. So if it's a veteran, maybe a spouse, and a child, they'll all be in one room.
The Homeless Veterans Shelter will be holding an open house on Sunday, June 24th from 11 to 1, open to anyone who would like to take a look. From Waverly Newspapers, I'm Darcy Bertolino reporting.